Okay. All right, recording. Perfect. Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining us. My name is Dennisa Palmer on behalf of One People Toronto, and today we will be talking about yoga. Exciting. Okay, so for centuries, westernized medicine has definitely been, I guess the predominant thing that people have gone to in order to find real healing. But I would say within the last few decades, or it's been before decades, but it's been for a long time. I feel like a lot of people are coming back to their roots with yoga and, meditation. Today, we have the honor of speaking with the wonderful Tilly B. She is an international yoga instructor and she is a holistic health advocate as well. Thank you, Tilly, so much for joining us today. I hope you're having a great day as well. All right. No problem at all. All right, so we're just going to get into it, all right? Okay, so how long have you been practicing yoga?
I've been practicing yoga for, I would say, coming up to 9 years now. But it's not been a consistent practice. I would say it's been more consistent since about 2018. But yeah, I've practiced for about 9 years, coming up to 9 years.
Yeah, that's a really long time. Okay, so how and what made you get started? Like, what's the start of it?
I think I fell into it. It's one of those kind of I went to a gym with a friend, and she was like, "Do you want to come to a yoga session?" I was like, "Yeah, go on then." I mean, I love a stretch, so for me, it was just I was thinking we're going for a stretch.
Yeah.
And yeah, absolutely loved it. And then I think after that point, I would keep on kind of looking out for, I wonder if there's yoga on. Oh, there's free yoga here. Oh, let's go. There was a really cool retreat that we did in Oxford called, it's been created by Brahma Kumaris. So it's a group of amazing healers and shaman and speakers that come together, and there's houses kind of situated all around the world, and you go and you spend a weekend there, donation based yoga. We practice meditation. They teach you kind of all about why we meditate, and I guess that's kind of what got me into kind of seeing the benefits and realizing that it was like a whole nother world that everyone really should have access to. You can do it wherever. So and for free, it's your own body, so you can just get on the floor and start practicing some yoga and breath work and movement. So I would say I think it was just somebody that had planted a seed and say, come and kind of stretch with me and breathe with me, and I was like, okay. I noticed the benefit straight away and continued since then.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Wow. I like that, planted a seed and just watched it grow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So what type of yoga do you teach? Because I during my research, I realized there are a lot of different types. So what do you teach, and why did you choose to teach that type?
So I was trained in Sampurna yoga, and Sampurna is yoga. The Sanskrit word is fullness. So it is based on hatha, which is kind of what you would learn if you were going into your everyday yoga practice. Simple asanas, so simple poses, movement, really connected with breath. So it's really a class that can be tailored with a lot of different simplistic asanas, or going up to intermediate asanas, depending on the lesson. But integrating breath. So it's really, really important to have that strong focus on breath throughout the class. So I teach hatha yoga at the moment, and vinyasa flow, which is more of a flowing sequence. I actually teach a power vinyasa flow, on a Friday, which is a lot more, it's a lot more movement and rhythm and kind of heat and energy within the body. Yeah, it's nice. I like the Fridays.
Yeah, I was like, it sounds really cool. Oh my gosh.
You've been to a Friday.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I was like. I did notice a difference with it. For everybody that's watching, I actually met Tilly through one of my friends, and I actually did her yoga classes with her, and I did notice a few differences within the days, but I'm just in love with her. You did say I did notice that you have a lot of terms that you kind of are very familiar with. How did you teach? Like, how did you learn that? Did you teach yourself, or did you take like a course?
So yeah, the course that I took, the Samponia course, was in Miami, and I found it was really at the time, in 2019. Yeah, yeah, in 2019 when I took the course, it was really important for me to find. There was two different types of courses I was looking for. I was looking for a Kemetic course, which is ancient Egyptian yoga practice, which is something that I still would like to do. And then I was also looking for hatha practice, which I really wanted to be led by a guru or someone that had spent time in an ashram and that could come and kind of give us an insight to that world. Because a lot of the courses that I'd found online were, Australian teachers or European teachers or American teachers, and it was really, really important for me to be taught by someone that had had an experience either connected to Kemetic yoga or connected to the hatha practice. So yeah, we found I found this this Guru Hari Ji, and he was actually he actually moved to Miami. He was based in Miami at the time, and he had an ashram there where he had a really cool team of people, and that's where I studied my practice. Yeah, so it was, I learned this. I've completely gone off topic, but yeah,
It's okay.
The Sanskrit that you learn, speak in the class, are only the words that I've learnt through my practice. I don't tend to use Sanskrit. I have a huge admiration for it and respect, of course, but I tend to, how can I put this? I guess if you're coming to a class and you're a beginner, I want you to feel super included and inclusive.
Yeah.
And I feel sometimes then when I'm speaking, my English tongue is more sometimes reassuring, sometimes more welcoming. It just depends on the class, but I just feel overall it doesn't make people feel like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, what I like to maybe say a Sanskrit word and then implement another an English word as well, just to make people feel a little bit like, oh, okay, they're beautiful words though, great words.
I was like, you do that really well though, because like you'll introduce like a new word, but then you'll be like, okay, this means this. And even sometimes like when I'm getting familiar with the words myself, I'm just like, oh, I've heard Tilly say this word. I'm like, oh, I think I know what this means now. It's pretty cool. But I like the way that you incorporate like both the English and the Sanskrit. It allows people to feel really included, which is important, especially
exactly
for beginners.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. What do you like enjoy? Like what's the best thing that you can take from doing yoga? Like what's like your reason for doing yoga every day?
I would say release of stress and anxiety and pain in the body. Like I'm in my 30s now and I feel like, coming up to 33, I wake up,
gosh,
I have a bad back or I have a bad
you're
neck.
33?
I'm 33, yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm like, what? Oh my goodness.
I'm joking. Sorry.
Honey, 30, 30. You said you're going in your 30s. I'm like, what? You're like nothing like that. Sorry, continue. I'm just shocked.
I'm an 88 baby. I thought you knew that. No, maybe
no.
Not. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
I would say, like now I know that at the minute my back's a little tight, my shoulders are tight. So, after this, after this meeting, where I will go and stretch my back. And I think just knowing how to do that and knowing that it's only going to take me, 15 minutes to readjust my body. I'm a Cancer sun sign and the Scorpio moon, which is today, and a Capricorn rising. So I am heavily created by emotion, which is completely fine. I love emotional people, but I like to be realistic, and some days I'm, you know, I'm not always happy, you're lucky, energized, positive, whatever. And
Yeah,
I feel that yoga can bring you back to that peace and that happiness.
definitely.
Where I have found that in, you know, personal training, lift weighting and stuff like that as well. But I just feel like yoga brings peace to your mind. So it really just
Mhm.
slows everything down, brings kind of a serenity instead of what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think that's stress, releasing anxiety, and connecting with yourself, like really understanding, like, oh God, my shoulder hurts today. Instead of
Yeah.
popping a pill, I'm gonna go and stretch it out. I'm gonna take a little thing of warm tea or whatever, and I kind of know then how to get past that with my body.
Mhm.
I think that's really important.
Yeah.
One of the best benefits of yoga. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So would you say like everybody should do yoga, or do you feel like everybody should at least try it once in their life?
100%. I don't think,
Yeah.
I feel like it's definitely, when I first went onto the course, they ask you like, why do you want to do yoga? And it
Mhm.
was, I did another course in Guatemala. I think it was in 2018,
Mhm.
and they asked the same kind of question. And my idea was always to teach, to guide children to start really, really young.
Oh, wow.
I had a friend on the course who was in her 20s, but she had been practicing since she was about 15, 16. And you could really tell just the awareness to body and the awareness to, you know, meditation, and how she could just easily just go off by herself and just spend that time and get herself to a level of peace if she was, you know, feeling off balanced or whatever. So my aim was always to kind of um, teach yoga to children,
Mhm.
and introduce it to men as well.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
at the time, at the time that I was really passionate about, started to become more passionate about yoga. I had a partner with really bad back, so it was always my kind of thought. It was always my thought and kind of my feeling to, oh, I wish I could have like a tool that would help that, you know, that we didn't
Mhm.
have to go and pay lots of money to somebody for. So yeah, I do think everyone should do it. I don't think it
Yeah.
matters your age. My mum practices yoga. She does it every morning, 10 to 15 minutes, you know, just a little slot in the mornings. So it doesn't matter your age. And I think it can really just help you. Yeah, just
Mhm.
during your days, you know,
Yeah,
strengthening your body and yeah, calming your mind down.
definitely. Yeah. So prior you said that you kind of use yoga as like a stress reliever plus like something for your anxiety. In the past, like have you suffered from any like mental illnesses?
I would say that it's more um, times in which I'm triggered and then
Mhm.
not being able to get out of those
Okay.
I'm really bad with titles, and I didn't even want to call myself a teacher for God knows how long. It took a long time. I like to call myself more a guide in the class.
Mhm.
I do believe that um, we kind of are our own teachers, and we have people around us that kind of, you know, help leaders or whatever. But
Yeah, definitely.
the titles, I wouldn't say I suffered with mental. I mean, maybe I did. Maybe that's the title. Maybe maybe I have. But I would definitely say I've had some very dark times that have
Mhm.
that yoga and meditation has enabled me to get through at an easier pace,
Yeah.
less destructive pace for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, just the breathing, definitely the breathing, knowing how to really like use your breath. Um,
Yeah.
to get yourself out of some darkness.
Okay. So have you like had any students that like have openly, spoke about them suffering from mental illness or anything like that? And, kind of had a testimony where they're just like, you know what, Tilly, you have really helped me with, my depression or my anxiety or anything I've been struggling with.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, yeah, this past year, I've
Mhm.
been teaching online, right? So it's a lot of my um, clients, yogis, have been suffering for many different reasons,
Mhm.
and yeah, it was one of the biggest bits of feedback. I asked everyone to kind of write me a testimonial as I was putting together the website, and excuse me, and so many of them had just said, like, you got me through like some really dark times. And
Yeah.
I think that yeah, that kind of knowing that, okay, Wednesday and Friday are coming, or whatever days of the week are coming, and they're my days
Yeah.
where I can like take some time for, like, how often do you spend that time kind of just completely zoning out,
Mhm.
like no phone, just you know,
Yeah.
laying down, breathing, moving. It's not, it's not common now with technology. It's not common for us to just stop. We're always like,
That-
okay, what's next? What's this? Let's eat. Let's do this. Let's go there. Let's meet her. You know.
yeah.
So yeah, I definitely have people that have come to me, and it's been an honor to receive that kind of that feedback, to say that
Mhm.
I've helped somebody through, yeah, some dark times.
Yeah, it's probably like super like enlightening too for you because you're just like, wow, like you sometimes
Yeah,
I personally for me, because like I don't even you don't realize how much like impact you have on people around you until they come to you and they're just like, wow, you really helped me get through this. And it's like,
100%.
I didn't
Yeah.
even do anything, but like, just do what I've been doing the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely, it's very touching. It's
Yeah,
very,
especially what you said now though, it's very true and it's sad to say. And I've even had this argument or discussion with my boyfriend too. But like I just feel like people are just so distracted. And I don't know, I think it's mostly the phones because like TV, I feel like you can be sitting there watching TV and you kind of zone out of watching it after a while. But like people on their phones, I feel like it's just become so bad that I'm at a point now where I will literally just sit in a room and see everybody on their phone, and I just feel so like disconnected. So I'm just like, I just want my phone like the furthest away from me.
yeah, I do the same. I do the same. I have to give myself times where I'm completely off of social media. I give myself times like
Yeah,
in the morning I don't check it till this time, and in the night I can't come off of it at this time, because yeah, it's an addiction, right? We've embedded
yeah,
addiction into your body. So I do think that um, which the gym, which isn't very often, and lift weights, I still have my phone, and I'm still kind of um I'm focused on what I'm doing, but in between each set or whatever, I'll quickly check my device, but whatever. But with yoga,
yeah,
I definitely feel like when you're in it,
yes,
you're not just halfway through an asana and then let me just check, let me just text Bill, let me just ask him what's going on. So you're not like
exactly,
that. You're so present with what you're doing and how you're feeling. And you
yeah,
don't want to come away from that feeling, because you feel really kind of safe. I'd say you feel safe that
yeah,
you're in this, and you've only got 60 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever it is. So yeah, it's nice to kind of get away from the devices for that time.
yeah. Definitely just like take some time away because the world is just in chaos, just day by day. So like, would you say, because you've been practicing yoga for a really long time, would you say yoga is more for your mental or like physical, or is it like just the perfect balance of both? Because like a lot of practices, I've noticed myself like a lot of, and I played soccer for years, but like doing some of the yoga practices, I'm like, oh man, my arms are burning, or like my body's burning. I'm like, am I weak or like it's just this is a lot. So even like I've noticed that it is physical, but it is mental too. So would you
Yeah.
say like
No, I would say firstly it's mental,
yeah,
because you can do a yoga nidra class and lay down for the whole session. You can do,
that's true.
yeah, I would 100%, Kundalini. um Sometimes I've been to a Kundalini class, and there's like
Mhm,
5 or 6 movement pieces of movement,
mhm.
and it's all just about breath. I would say it was definitely mental. And the reason it's mental is because we have this, I think people have, or we have this idea when we talk about meditation or mindfulness, is that you can clear your mind, and it's absolutely impossible.
Yeah,
You can't clear your mind. um However, you can consciously be aware of what you're thinking of. So within this conversation, I've thought about my dinner. It's
mhm,
6:25, so I've thought about my dinner, and I've
yeah,
consciously brought myself back to being present, and stop that little thought that comes in, and
yeah,
with myself to be present. They're kind of tools that you learn mentally within yoga, as to how to kind of bring yourself back and just observe what you're thinking, and then just let it go. Don't worry too
mhm,
much. What am I thinking? Oh my god, I'm meant to be thinking anything. And sometimes you'll go through a flow, and you won't distract yourself once.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to a flow and there'll be so many things running around in your head that it's hard to come back to kind of yourself and your practice and where you are and what you're doing in your breath. So yeah, I definitely say it was mental first. It's just that you've been to loads of Friday classes, which are very physical.
Yeah. I was like, those are, oh my gosh. I was like, those are really physical. I'm like, ooh, I am sweating. But it's like, it's nice because like I played competitive soccer. So
Yeah.
not like going from like playing that and then like stopping and then, starting to like get back to into certain things. I'm just like, I literally sit there. I'm just like, how on earth did I run like for days on end? Like my body is in shambles. I can't do this. It's insane. Yeah, it's good though, because like you can like after a while me doing the same different movements, like I can feel strength in myself. So it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
So
I just want
the
to do it.
mental, yeah, after mental, the physical.
Yeah.
Because with the mental, you see as well, I think on Friday was cool. On Friday's last session, we were holding our downward dogs for, 10 to 15 breaths, which we never really do.
Yeah.
Because they are much more faster pace on a Friday. But it was just to feel the endurance and feel how much you could slow down your breath, knowing that actually you have all of that strength there in a resting kind of position, but then
Yeah.
you have that strength using your mind, breathing really, really slowly, and then those 10 breaths went so fast, and yeah, so I'd say the mental comes before the physical.
Yeah.
And it helps the physical.
Helps it. Yeah.
Yeah, it just oozes it. It just like not oozes it. It like smothers
Smooths it out.
like love. It's just like
Yeah.
Every inhale you're like, oh, okay, I got it. And every exhale you're like, okay, I'm relaxing. And every inhale, like, oh, it's nice.
It is nice. It is. I can't lie. Yeah. So, well, I did notice. I've noticed, like, especially with social media recently, just a lot of things become really trendy. Do you feel a little bit uncomfortable when, or like, do you ever get mocked by some people when they're not really supporters of like, alternative healing, or does that kind of bother you, or how do you feel?
That's such a weird, funny question because someone the other week definitely messaged me.
Yeah.
It's difficult because I would say I try to be as humans we try to be as understanding and kind of see things from everyone else's perspective.
Yeah.
I'm an alternative medicine heal with herbs I'm on the heal with herbs spectrum,
Yeah.
and because of that, people can kind of be, think that it's crazy or I don't know. Just
I think it's weird. Like sometimes I feel like it's really sad to say, but I feel like sometimes like any alternative or like natural healing sometimes is like incorporated with like, spiritual stuff or like voodoo or like, witchcraft or like weird stuff like that. Not, I don't want to say weird because, like there are some people that find
it's connected with a lot of those kind of things, witchcraft and stuff like that. But I mean,
yeah,
in terms of spirituality, what was Jesus given by the three kings? He was given the three things that, frankincense.
Yeah.
I use that, I use that daily for calming, for skin, for my baths. I mean, there is such a connect. It is absolutely everything is connected. Not isn't that there is no real right and wrong. It's all connected. It's just I believe in going to alternative holistic herbal medicine first, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll go to my GP. But I haven't been to my GP in about 7 years. Fortunately, again, I totally think Western medicine is fabulous if that's what you need. And I've been blessed and fortunate enough to not have any, really serious altercations in my body. And so I've never had to really use Western medicine to the extent I know that some people have to use it.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I think that's the issue, is that sometimes I feel that, everyone is portrayed, you're viewing someone as, especially on social media, as maybe I look a little far-fetched and I'm preaching, drink your ginger tea and turmeric and take your 70s to heal your lungs. And I'm trying to implement natural ways of healing, which, by the way, Western medicine is made up of herbs, plants,
Yeah,
seeds.
that's what a lot of people don't realize.
The first component, right?
Yeah.
My main thing about this is, which makes me feel super passionate about it, is that I only share what I've experienced. So maybe if I didn't have the life that I've had so far, I wouldn't share the stuff I've had. But I struggled with a lot of different issues, from really severe back, neck and shoulder pains for about 18 months, really bad acne when I came off of my birth control, and really bad pains in my stomach. They thought it was IBS, but it was actually connected to my birth control issues. And I decided to go to Reside Wellness. Actually, it's in Toronto. And I decided to go there because it was a wellness clinic, where in that wellness clinic you have a naturopath, an osteopath, a chiropractor, a physio,
Wow.
acupuncture, personal training, and somebody else. So they're all in the same hub, and then they share your documents. So I went in with an issue, and I think I chose 3 or 4 out of the doctors. I think I chose about 3 or 4, and within that 18 months, they didn't prescribe me anything. They didn't give me anything to take. Wrong. My acupuncture lady did. She gave me like a little herbal tea that I would take to kind of help me release estrogen levels in my body a little bit.
Oh.
But other than that, nobody gave me anything to take. So it definitely converted my mindset of, if I'd have gone to the doctors about these pains, I would have been given X, Y, and Z pills to pop a pill, and the pain would have go away. I'd been given steroids for my back knee. I would have been given don't know what the word is it retinol for the scarring on my back, which stops. Okay, so I'll be given all those things, but where's the root healing? Are you healing the root, or are you just covering it? So I just got into this thing of like, wow, these people have just like helped me, and now I don't need to go back. And now I kind of go back every like 6 months, but I don't need to go to see them now. They've healed me. I don't have a problem with my neck, my back spine, my skin's cleared up, my issues with my blood is sorted out. Like everything had been sorted out by these people that were like alternative healers. And for some reason, it's looked upon as like like, why would you not just go to the doctor? But it's just like, that's kind of what we're told to do. And I think that your body, when you cut your finger, you don't, I cut my finger on the knife down and say, I'm not going to go to the doctor. So I just watch it heal, right? I let it heal, put a little solution on, but my body knows how to do that.
Exactly.
Bodies know how to do it. That's what they're doing 24/7. They're working to heal us, right?
Yeah.
So I think that there just needs to be a little bit more belief, and instead of being so quick to jump for the Tylenol and the Advil, just to be like, do you know what? I've got a headache. I'm going to eat 6 almonds and drink 4 cups of warm water. Let me just see if in an hour that's going to change it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And if it doesn't,
then try something else. Our ancestors have been doing that for thousands of years. Our ancestors have been doing that.
Yeah.
Women have been doing that. Women have been giving birth on beaches.
Yeah.
We know how to do things. Like
Exactly.
yeah,
It's true.
yeah. So it's definitely something that I feel passionate about because of my own experience, and kind of just to know that there are different types of doctors you can go and see. It's not just one Western doctor who is going to give you a pill or a prescription of some sort, and they're never really going to ask you about the root of the problem. They're never really going to try and find out the root of the problem. They're just going to mask it with a pill that's going to help for the meantime, so yeah, going back to witchcraft for sure. I think
that's a really
same thing. I mean, wasn't Jesus too? Was he not doing the same thing?
Basically, yes.
Naturally,
Yeah,
that's what he was doing. He's a healer.
it's true. I like that point that you brought up though. The fact that some westernized medicine is basically just there for, like masking the problem, not really finding out what the real root of the issue is.
Yeah.
That's very true. Because I'm thinking about all the medication, they never really ask you your history of like, certain things, but they're just like, okay, here's like a temporary fix just for now. And then this should go away. But
yeah, it's really interesting. And it's just, it's for me, I think it's just about questioning.
mm-hmm.
Yoga kind of does that too. Yoga kind of, I don't know, I don't think there should be any harm in questioning things. And even questioning what I'm saying, I'm trying to unlearn what I learned, then unlearn again, and then learn some more.
Yeah.
I think it's good just to question what like the whys. I personally want everyone to feel great and strong and come to the classes and they're happy and they're healthy and they're strong and whatever. Yeah, it's definitely a tough one. It's a tough conversation because there's so many people that are completely at the other end of the spectrum that kind of be like, what are you talking about? I can drink ginger tea and my cold's gonna go. I'm like, yeah, well, you could try.
Yeah, so like you could try at least. Like I feel like there has to be like a middle ground that we have to come to, because I feel like those people that are like super westernized like medicine, I think in the back of their mind they're like, okay, I know that certain things around in nature have a benefit for me, so what's the sense to say that it'll stop at a certain level? So yeah, it's weird, but people will be people,
Yeah, we all have different views. That's cool.
Yeah, like we can agree to disagree. It's fine. Yeah. Anyways, on to our next question. So when it comes to yoga, I've noticed some people do like to associate yoga with like a certain religious background. Do you also feel like that, or you kind of feel like anywhere is fine for me?
No, I feel in my class I have Christian, Catholic. Yeah, I have 4 different people that come from 4 different religions. I don't feel it's. I feel that you can be. And again, that's another reason why I don't implement Sanskrit as much as much in some of my flows.
Okay.
Because I'm teaching in England. Well, I'm teaching in England or Canada. I was teaching Canada. So yeah, no, I feel that it doesn't really matter your religion. You can come to a class and breathe and stretch. Yoga is just breathing and stretching and connecting yourself. Actually, what I find great and what I do notice is people that are more religious, people that are practicing within a religion are able to pick up the skills much more smoothly because they understand how to connect to something that's something the connection with something higher. They understand how to connect with something higher. And yoga, word union, is for me personally is it's you connecting with you and connecting with higher you. So connecting with the you that is
like the best version of you possible.
Best, purest version of yourself. And you can reach that kind of feeling and that euphoria where you're so present and you totally feel it and you're in it, and you can get that in yoga, which I feel like when you're practicing religion, I've heard people say, but I've prayed to God and this has happened, and like that's why I believe now, or whatever the situation is, or whether they've come from religious background, with their parents practicing religion. So I don't feel that. I feel that it can be any religion. You can come to yoga. Again, it's just about connecting to your breath, moving, and having this connection with your body, and bringing peace into yourself again, bringing peace into your mind, understanding how you can use those practices that you learn in yoga in real life.
Definitely.
Does that answer it? Keep going off.
So would you say like yoga is like a way of life, or do you look at it just as like, something like a yoga or meditation? Or do you feel like, this is just, it's like a part of you now?
It's 100% a part of me at this point. It's something that I go to when I need to release, when I want to persevere at something too. When I feel like you can set goals, which is nice as well, which I didn't, that's not how I was taught yoga, but I like the journey.
Yeah.
I like that, like week 1 you're like, oh my God, I can't do this, and then week 4
Yeah.
how do I do this? Like,
Yeah.
body is just crazy, like
It
and
is.
your mind, because you're telling yourself, you like, your mind helps you get there. So
Yeah.
I think it's an everyday, it's a way of life now, even if it's just, sometimes I don't practice every day. Sometimes it's not a I tried, no, that's a lie, I had more or less do every day, even if it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely think it's a way of life.
So you do practice every day, even if it's like for like a little bit?
Yeah, so usually before bed I'll do 3 asanas, like lay on my back, knees to my chest.
Yeah.
It's one of them. Child's pose, so on my chest, knees open, feet touching, and happy baby, feet in the air. So just to get the blood circulation running from your feet all the way around to your womb area and your hip area is really nice before bed. It will give you a nice sleep. And yeah, so there's reasons, there's certain things that I will do depending on what it is that I'm, bedtime yoga is a nice one, because it kind of like settles you down for a nice sleep, so you're not kind of go, you know, if you've had a bad day and then you get into bed and you're like
like kind of like your shoulders are like super tense, and
like you just, and then things are just in your head. Tomorrow I need to do this, oh my God, get it out. Oh my God, I wish I didn't argue with Sally today. Oh my God, the food was good. Like you just 1,000.
Seriously, I know. Yeah.
The yoga just like slows you down, like shuts you off a little bit. Like, okay, I'm getting ready for bed. Okay, like just stretch my back. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah.
I want to have a nice, like, usually sometimes like I find myself waking up a little bit too early, and I'm like, I could go to bed, or I could like just stay up and start my day, and I'm just like, and I'm a little bit tired, so I might try that. Definitely.
Yeah, try it. It's nice with your partner too. It's really, I love doing yoga with your partner. That's really nice.
Yeah, I will try. He's actually a Cancer too, so we'll see how. Do you think he'll be into? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely.
He has like lower back issues, so like maybe that'll be better for him. Yeah,
my partner too. Yeah, love issues. Yeah,
I might have to try that.
Main reasons to start it is an issue. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true. Like I want to do yoga right now.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
Seriously. So like what would you say has helped you the most with your journey? With starting your classes? Like what's the biggest difference you've noticed within yourself from like when you first started to like today? And like what do you think helped you with getting there?
You have to just do things. Like procrastination is fear, and procrastination is, I don't even know where it comes from. I do, it comes from ourselves. We don't think we're good enough always. And that's, that's okay to a degree. Like you don't have to go out being like, I'm the best, I'm going to do this. But like I think that it's nice to just do it and keep on learning along the way. And that's yoga, right? You start in a position and you can't really do it, or you're struggling, or you're wobbling, or you're feeling off. But with persistence and just a little bit of practice and a little bit of attitude, like yes, I can do it, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to try, turn the camera off, or because in the classes obviously they're online, you can turn the camera off, right? And just I think that what I've learned from the start to now is that fear only ever will stop you from doing all the things you want to do. So you just have to do it and then keep on moving. You're never going to start and be perfect at something. And if you are, then you've got room to go and practice something else and become, there's always something to learn and something to grow towards, right? So I think from starting to now, I would say that now I just tend to do things, whereas before I had so much fear and kind of anxiety that I wasn't good enough to teach people. And I just used to be like, maybe next week I'll do this, or maybe I'll do that. And now I'm just like, I'm just gonna do that tomorrow.
Whatever. Yeah, I was like, if I fall, it's fine. It's a learning.
Yeah, we'll try again next time.
That's I like that. Motivating for people. Just do it. Like
Just
Nike.
do it. Like, life's too short. Just do it. Keep
Yeah.
learning, do it now, and then, you know, learn some more. And I definitely can see my teaching style back then compared to now. So much more confident with. Now I understand how to write my classes and like shorten them and know what I'm doing next. Whereas back then I had to write every single thing, and like I was like very particular with everything I was saying, and you could feel it in the class. You know, I wasn't as you know, just relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about. I think teachers forget. I had a girl call me yesterday from Vietnam who's one of my friend's friends who wants to get into teaching. She just got her yoga license, and she's like, give me some advice. And what do I do? And I was like, just start, like literally tomorrow. Be like, right, guys, I'm going to do a class at the weekend. This, you know, and because that's the first step, is just starting.
Yeah.
Starting whatever it is, and then moving along the way, and having the confidence just to not think it's about you. It's about what other people need. They needed what I just learned. Those people that came to that class that week, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, people are coming in.
It's like, okay, we're being told.
Yeah, right, okay, right, okay. And then you're like looking across, making sure everyone was okay. But you realise that those people are coming because you've learned something, and now they want to learn it. And that's what it is. It's not about you being like, you know, sometimes I'll be like, oh, put your hands on your shins, and I'm like, no, you can't put your hands on your shins, we're on our bellies. Okay, sorry guys. That's okay, you know, it's okay to do wrong and then try again. And like, I'm gonna be like, oh, never go into her class, you said the wrong word. You know?
No, I and sometimes like I don't even think people really notice like anything like that has even happened, because they're just like, you know, I think, I don't know, personally for me, when I have a teacher and an instructor that I'm learning from, I really like seeing them make mistakes, because I'm just like, oh, you're human, you're normal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're not a robot. Oh, thank you. And like it kind of made it, I think I'm more invited to actually go to the class after, because I'm just like, I kind of feel like we're learning together to a certain extent. Of course, you're still teaching me, but like, you know, we're still learning together, and I don't feel like I need to be perfect when I go and like log into the class. So I like that.
I think that's why I've always called myself a guide and not a teacher, because it's then it's easier for people to relate and be like, okay, she's guiding me, but I in the practice need to guide myself while she's guiding me. So that's really nice.
Really fun. I like it. So for someone who has never really heard of yoga, never tried it, and is a little bit on the fence about it, like what's something that you would tell them, or like how would you convince them?
So I think you can go to a lot of first yoga classes that completely aren't for you. I, funnily enough, when I moved to Toronto, I found a yoga teacher who was teaching one-on-one classes. So she used to come to my house for an hour.
Oh wow.
That was way better. So I don't obviously that's not always possible for everyone. She was my friend who was teaching yoga. So again, if you know any friends that are yoga teachers, maybe a yoga teacher is always like are always open to trading. Not, I shouldn't say every yoga teacher, but a lot of yoga teachers are open to trade. So if you have a service that you can trade with them, that's always a nice way of being like, you know, if you haven't got the money up front to say, I need a one-on-one trainer, but is there anything you need that I can give to you? It's always kind of a nice, and that's I think how we started out as we traded services. And it was great to understand yoga like that, because I really was able to get into certain positions, and she would help me get into those positions. But it was like a lunge, you know, like how to lunge properly, which sounds it's like, what do you mean? Everyone knows how to lunge, but no, I was lunging wrong. My hips were twisted, and you know, I was putting too much pressure on my knees, and then I'd leave a class and I'd be like, oh, my knees hurt. And she was like, yeah, because you need to make sure that you're standing here and put your weight here. And so that was really cool. So I would say to try and somehow find someone that teaches yoga one-on-one, or to start off with different yoga classes for beginners,
Okay.
because I've been to many classes and not always connected with the class, and then it can really put you off. You will find a teacher and a class and a flow that makes you feel really good, and I think then you're able to be like, okay, cool, now I know my basics. Now you can go to any class, because not any, but you know, to any beginners to advanced classes. And yeah, just find that teacher that you love. That's one of the most important things I would say about yoga.
Yeah.
I've been to many classes. I went to Downward Dog, and there was like just under 50 people in the room, and I was the only black person in there.
Oh, wow.
And that was, that happened a lot around the world that I've practiced, but I still thought the teacher was great, but the space was wrong for me. So it's not always even about you going to the right class. You might just not connect in the space you're in as well. So just keep on trying different spaces. And then YouTube is wicked. I follow Bright and Salted Yoga. She's amazing. I follow her online. She's actually from the States, and she is brilliant. She has things for beginners, backs, higher paced. Yeah, really nice setting, really clean, and it's very inviting. And if you're not ready to go into a class where there's lots of people, you're not feeling comfortable, that you don't want to, that you don't feel like you want to be in that kind of space, then yeah, online yoga tutors are getting really, really good. So I would start there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's taking everyone else, but yeah, also me. I'm going to have videos at some point, but I keep saying that every week, but I will.
Yeah.
But for now, Bright and Salted Yoga is brilliant. She's from the States. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for everyone that's watching and listening, if you guys want to watch or start yoga sessions, there you go. Yes, but Till, you also have your website that's coming in. Well, you already have your website.
That's coming, but the videos aren't on YouTube yet. They're
Okay.
in editing process, so they will be very soon.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I feel like I'm gonna be like more excited for that than like anyone that's watching. So I can like pause it. I'm like, let me practice this for a little longer.
Classes aren't always like great at time for people as well. So like people are like, I can't come at that time. It's such a weird time. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, sometimes it's like the time too, and that's because I'm like the YouTube videos are a little bit more convenient for people, especially like if you're considering now because the recent lockdown within Toronto, everyone's like forced to stay at home. So I'm like, now it's like the more convenient time, but definitely like I don't even know when things are opening back up, but I would say like in 2 weeks or a month.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Ours is end of May as well, but I think our gyms are just starting to open. But I think, yeah, yours will be end of May. I think ours is end of May for like restaurants and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, the UK is a lot better with this whole COVID situation, to be honest. So everybody moved to the UK. No. Anyway, do you feel like people like over sexualize yoga sometimes?
Oh, I think people over sexualize everything in life. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, why would it's a question that comes up a lot within yoga. Because, but my dancer friends get it too. You know, like my dancer friends get it because they know how to move their bodies, and that can be perceived as being sexual. You know. Also, this connection that you are able to build with your body makes you feel very connected to body. So when I'm doing my spinal rolls, if I've recorded spinal rolls and then I watch it afterwards, I'm like, wow, that looks so like it's so seductive, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that when I was flowing, but
Exactly.
it's very like that because we're so disconnected with our bodies. I mean, again, you know, you can find certain teachers, you know, like I don't actually know any. Actually, no, even Bright and Salted Yoga, she doesn't. You can watch all of her flows, and there's nothing sexualized. I would say even her page, it's very open and well-rounded. It depends on your personality, you know. I think that you can perceive something as something because of the way in which your experience in your lessons, so you're looking at something as that all that sexualized, or that person has sexualized it a little bit because I mean, yoga gets you very, very, very connected to breath, and there definitely has been moments within my practice where I'm completely goosebumped all over my body,
Yeah.
hot and cold, completely. My body is stimulated. My body feels something's going on, you know.
Yeah.
And so now when I look at certain yoga flows or women flowing with yoga, oh, by the way, men too. I mean, you know, there's plenty of men now out there doing yoga.
Yeah.
It can look and feel very sensual. And that's just dependent on how somebody flows, for sure. Is it a problem? It's hard to say. Food to me is sexual.
I only ask because there's a recent, sorry,
certain TV shows, watching
that's,
someone, you know,
yeah,
how someone braiding someone's hair, someone massaging someone's body.
definitely, yeah.
There's so many ways we can sexualize something. It's
Yeah.
definitely there. But I don't think it's wrong.
Okay.
I think it's wrong if you're said. I mean, you know, I can't say that I watch hip hop and R&B videos. It's very difficult. But the thing with yoga is it's not about that. I think that's the main thing, is that it's not about sex.
That's true.
It's not about that. It's just that once you are able to move and connect with your body through breath and movement, I do feel that you are able to connect to many other different things.
Definitely.
Through movement.
Yeah.
And my dance would say the same kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually, I think, was it on Netflix? There's a new like documentary actually that came out. I think it's on Netflix about a yoga instructor from, I think, New York, where he actually was charged for a few counts of like sexual assault.
You're talking about the Bikram yoga? You're talking about the hot yoga?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I've seen that documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, that, by the way, I mean, I've watched that documentary. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, that
is not, that was one very egotistical man. who some say was an amazing teacher, but the majority of the people that went to his classes were like, yeah, he is.
Yeah, a little off.
But I love hot yoga. I think hot yoga is great. You can just click my neck. You can really tap into a deeper level of stretching because your body's so warm and malleable.
Yeah.
Wow, and you leave and you're really like. No, I don't agree with that. That was not that video, and the way he put his hands on people, things like that, completely inappropriate. Absolutely inappropriate. Yeah, that's not what I was referring to before in terms of visually seeing yoga, or kind of the perception of it. That was completely wrong. Yeah, he's disgusting. Really, really not nice.
Do you even so before COVID, did you because you've done in-person classes, right?
Yes.
So have you ever felt uncomfortable? Are you the type of instructor to move students if you need to?
I mean, you ask at the beginning
Okay.
of your classes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you ask, but I mean, the majority of my classes were outside in Toronto, because I got my teacher training while I was living in Toronto. Were women that were either friends or friends of friends.
Okay.
So my adjustments, and actually, did I have any men? Oh, I did have a man. I did have Brian came to a class. Did I make adjustments? Yeah, I did make adjustments with Brian. Yeah, just a very soft.
Just yeah.
No, so it's not
caressing.
Lift the hip slightly.
Yeah.
Okay. Chin that. Very, very soft.
Yeah.
And on the course, you're taught where to touch. I'm not going to touch someone just here, so you can't see. On the side of the chest.
Yeah.
You touch someone. There's areas of the body that we were taught on the course where to make adjustments. So it's not, it's not, doesn't put people off. But I love someone at the end of the class grabbing my you know, when you're in shavasana, so when you're lying down flat on your back and someone grabs your
Yeah.
ankles and like pulls your legs kind of out of the hips a little bit and just gently moves them from left to right. That feeling at the end of a class is amazing. Like the spine, you're like, oh yes.
Yeah.
Really, like, yeah.
I might have to try that. I'm
Yeah,
telling
it's
you, as soon as
nice.
we're done with the meeting, I'm going to go do a yoga class.
Yeah.
Like,
You can ask your guy when he gets in, hey babe, can you just pull this
literally,
leg
can you just put my leg there, please? You could be like, what is wrong with you?
down?"
But yes, yeah, that sounds like fun. Okay, so how often do you have men join in your classes?
Every class there's a, well, actually
Yeah.
no, like Friday there wasn't, but Wednesday there was. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's kind of 4 guys.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
men.
really
It's becoming more common for men to come to to practice yoga. And it's very interesting. The majority of them, I don't want to stereotype, but the majority of them do have lower back issues. That's the main issue. Lower back.
Yeah.
Lower
think
back,
it's like the
lower
work.
back and tight hips.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's like the work. A lot of the working, the jobs just out there is really physical, especially for men. So,
Yeah.
or even honestly, even just sitting at a desk is like your back definitely messes up after a while. So really anything you're doing is
And I
just
feel women move more like walk in from work and like dance in front of the mirror. I don't know. I'm stereotyping, but I feel like women just tend to move more. I don't know. They're just much more, you know, like
men are just like really stiff
and aware of their body to move it instead of instead of, you know, like, yeah, it's interesting. That's why children and men were always at the forefront when I first started. Because I just saw more of a gap there in those areas. But yeah.
So you would say like you think more men should practice yoga then?
Yes, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think majority of men actually do suffer from like some sort of mental illness, but I don't think that they talk about it as much. But yeah, I think like, more awareness should be brought about it because I think, especially Black men in general, I don't think that they've been aware enough to know like, certain things can't help them because a lot of times they just view it as like, oh no, that's just for women or like that's a female thing. So
yeah, the 4 guys that come to my class, they're all black.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's great. It's amazing. I mean,
yeah.
You might new color I'd come to the class, but I'm here. I'm creating community, you know, a safe space for our community. So yeah, it's definitely nice to see men giving themselves a time to check in with themselves mentally.
Yeah.
And physically, but mentally for sure. Like that's the first start. The first start of saying, yeah, I'm coming to the class and then clicking on that yes Zoom link. That's the first start to saying to themselves, I'm planning to heal myself. Like
or I'm making a change.
I'm making change.
Yeah.
I'm making change.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Well, on to our last question. What is your most favorite thing about teaching and practicing yoga?
About teaching
and practicing yoga.
Oh my god, my best thing. That's so hard.
Or I was like, I usually ended off like all interviews with this question, but I usually try to like freestyle and say 3. If you don't have one, you can do like 1 or 3. Because I was like, usually it's not just 2, it's 3.
Oh my gosh. My best thing about teaching yoga is I'm such an empath, so seeing and feeling that someone else has connected with themselves, that flow, and felt something that flow that's priceless for me. I absolutely love like finding out, you know, when someone's messaged me after class, I'm like, oh my god, that was so good. I saw this. Oh my god, I felt this. Oh my god, I loved it when you did that. Like, I really love that they have enjoyed it. It's such a beautiful thing. And also, then I would say practicing yoga. My best thing about practicing yoga is, just the release. It's just the release of everything that your body doesn't need. and the releasing thinking too much, the releasing stress, the release anxiety, the releasing depression, the releasing everything, just the release of it, like the way you feel afterwards. And yeah, sometimes in a class that won't happen for me. Obviously, I was doing the class, but the times that does happen, it makes up for all the other times that it hasn't, because you've just become that one step closer to feeling at peace and one step closer on your healing journey, right? Everyone has something to heal from, so
that's very, very true.
Big or small. So yeah, for me it's just a release of it. The best thing about yoga.
Yeah, I was like, just the feeling you get like after, you know, finishing yoga, that feeling of like being centered again, it's really just like so peaceful. Just like, oh, I can do anything. Nobody can bother me. Nothing will throw me off my day.
So nice.
Yeah. It's a really nice feeling. It's like, yeah, I don't know how to really explain it, but it's just for anybody that hasn't tried yoga, I definitely would recommend you try it at least once. If you try it once, you won't be able to stop, but definitely, you know, try it. But thank you so much, Tilly. Everybody that's watching, please go follow Tilly on Instagram. Her name is Tilly B, and she also has another account, Rasta Opat. Please, guys, go follow her. Check out her website, and she'll be on YouTube soon for all of us to see and enjoy. All right, Tilly, thank you so much for coming and speaking with me today. It was so much fun. For everybody else that's watching, thank you guys so much for joining us, and have a great rest of your Monday. Let me, it's like, how do I stop?
Lots of love.
There we go.